small-town waitress, peaceful night, a single daffodil, and a killer who thought he was preserving beauty. 8:42 p.m., March 15, 2019. She waved goodnight to her coworkers at Benny's diner. She was smiling, laughing. 15 minutes later, she had vanished into thin air. No screams, no struggle, just a pair of empty shoes, a running engine, and the cold silence of a car left behind. Millfield, Ohio, a town with fewer than 4,000 people, where most crimes involve stolen lawn equipment or speeding on Main Street. So when Emily Chase, 24, disappeared without a trace, it felt like something from a movie. Only this wasn't fiction. Emily wasn't a risk taker. She worked 2 jobs, volunteered at the local animal shelter, and had just landed a teaching position in Cincinnati. Her future was laid out safe, structured, full of purpose. But all of that stopped the night she vanished. Her mother, Denise, said she had soup waiting. Emily never missed a meal, never failed to call. But that night, her phone went to voicemail. By midnight, Denise called the sheriff. Deputies found Emily's car still running in the employee lot behind the diner. Her purse was on the passenger seat. Her shoes were under the steering wheel. Her phone was in the console, open to a half-written text message. "I think someone's FO." And then, nothing. Investigators tried to piece together Emily's final steps. Surveillance footage showed her leaving through the back door of the diner at 8:37 p.m. She smiled, said something to a coworker, then walked to her car. At 8:41, the car lights flicked on, but she never drove away. At 8:43, the camera caught a dark figure walking past the alley. Tall, wearing a hoodie, unidentifiable. The lights flickered again, then stopped. There was no sign of a struggle at the scene. No blood, no DNA, not even a footprint in the dirt next to her car. The only thing left behind was a single daffodil, tucked into the windshield wiper. At first, detectives thought it might be a stalker. Emily was attractive, bubbly, and well-known in town. But friends and family said she had never expressed fear. No weird messages, no threatening notes, nothing on her phone. But there was one lead. A man who came in every Friday, always during Emily's shift. They called him the cash guy. He paid in exact change, never spoke much, and never left a name. He always sat at the same stool, seat 9 at the counter. Emily once joked that he tipped with math, not generosity. Security footage confirmed it. Every Friday for 3 months, he came in at 7:15 p.m., ordered black coffee and a BLT, stayed exactly 43 minutes, and left. The night Emily disappeared, he didn't show. Detectives ran facial recognition on the footage. Nothing. Meanwhile, toxicology reports from Emily's autopsy returned something strange. No trauma, no signs of assault or struggle. But there was a needle mark on her neck and traces of atorphine, a veterinary-grade tranquilizer often used to sedate elephants and large predators. It's extremely rare, deadly, and highly restricted. Only a handful of facilities in the region had access to it. One of them was the Trenton Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, 35 miles north. And one of their employees was Darren Cole, 42 years old, quiet, reclusive, no criminal record. When detectives visited his property, they expected to find nothing. Instead, they uncovered a ritual. Darren Cole lived in a remote farmhouse on the edge of a dried-up orchard. His property was spotless, almost sterile. Inside his home, detectives found rows of labeled boxes, each containing pressed flowers, plastic sealed and meticulously dated. On the underside of each flower, a name. Most were unfamiliar, but 3 matched missing women from Ohio over the past 7 years. In a shed behind the house, beneath loose floorboards, police found Emily's phone, wrapped in a daffodil pattern scarf. There was enough for a warrant. Cole was arrested. When interrogated, he was calm, chillingly so. He confessed to preserving beauty, not killing, not harming, preserving. "My sister died at 24, he said. "She was perfect. She broke into 1,000 pieces inside. Couldn't stop it, so I stopped it in others." His sister, Emily Cole, had died by suicide when Darren was just 20. Same age, same name, same flower, the daffodil, that was left at her grave every year on her birthday. It wasn't random. Darren had been watching, selecting women who reminded him of his sister, in appearance, age, and demeanor. He believed he was saving them from the inner pain they hadn't yet revealed. The injection was quiet, clean. The daffodil was a symbol of innocence, of a life frozen before it could rot. The discovery of Darren's pressed flower collection led to a statewide re-examination of missing women cases. 3 were definitively tied to him. 2 more remain under investigation. In June 2020, Darren Cole was found guilty on 3 counts of first-degree murder, 4 counts of kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Emily's case ignited outrage, not just because of how she died, but how normal her killer seemed. No warning signs, no violence, just an obsession cultivated in silence. Her mother Denise launched Emily's Light, an advocacy group for families of missing adults. She pushed for Emily's Law, legislation requiring faster Amber-style alerts for missing persons over 18, a bill that passed unanimously in the state Senate. Each year on March 15th, the town of Millfield holds a candlelit walk down the Shawnee Trail. Locals carry daffodils and wear yellow ribbons. It's not just for Emily anymore. It's for every girl who never came home. He didn't take her out of hate, Detective Reed said. He thought he was giving her peace, and that's what makes him even more terrifying. He believed he was doing good.